and she was spot on about my relationship, which was like, whoa. Billie Eilish, stay on. Thank you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So it may surprise you guys to know that I have never ever had my fortune read. I've never been to a psychic, I've never had a psychic experience. So I've always been kind of curious about the psychic realm and having, you know, your palm read and tarot readings and all of that. But I'm gonna be honest, I am also very much a skeptic when it comes to these things. I feel like psychics or people like that, mediums, etc., people who do tarot readings, just use cold readings, which is using your general body language, your appearance, etc., to kind of formulate their opinions and their readings of you. Very Sherlock Holmes type deduction. So I was very curious and excited when Keen reached out to me to sponsor this video. So obviously this video is sponsored by Keen, which is an app that uses vetted psychics to provide online readings that you can get 24/7 whenever you want. And it's also one of the most affordable ways to get a professional psychic reading. And one of their newest promotions is that you can get 5 minutes for $5. So when you first sign up for Keen, you go through a brief questionnaire which kind of addresses what you want to get out of the experience, maybe what kind of areas you want to focus on in terms of your readings. And once you go through that, if you want to talk to a psychic, if you want to talk to a medium, get a tarot reading, etc., then it gives you different categories. You can do love and relationships, health, family, money, career paths. Then once you go through that, you get a list of psychics that are specifically tailored to meet whatever you are looking for. So you get different psychics for love and relationships versus if you want to talk about career or money or family, then you get a different listing. One thing that I noticed while I was browsing Keen is that there are a lot of psychics to choose from, which is kind of nice though because I prefer variety. There are live tarot readings, relationship advisors, astrologers, so pretty much whatever you're looking for is there. I also like that they give you the option to either get an online chat with your advisor, you can get a phone call, and you can also get an email reading, but I prefer not to talk to people on the phone, so I will definitely be going with the email or chat options. So, all that being said, Keen did give me a link for you guys to try. If you are a first-time user of Keen, you can get 5 minutes for $5, and I'll leave that link down in the description box for you guys. Now, one thing that stood out to me about Keen versus some other things I looked at online is that they encourage you to build relationships with your advisor. So if you find someone that you really, really like, say it gives you advice about love and relationships, you can kind of do monthly readings with them to cleanse your chakra or whatever else you're into, and that helps you work towards living your best life. And then once you sign up with Keen, they'll send you weekly emails that give you more promotions like the $5 for 5 minutes deal, things like you'll get $5 free, or if you buy $10 you'll get an additional $20 of credit, so that makes it more affordable and it a lot easier for you to kind of continue that monthly relationship with your advisor. So without further ado, let's get into my first reading. I haven't done any reading so far. I've waited to be on camera so I can do it here and you guys can see my genuine reaction and all that. Unfortunately, I cannot record any of my chats because for legal reasons I'm not allowed to, but I will be reading you what the chat says. So I'm going through here, and first I want to focus on love and relationships. So I found this advisor, her name is Monique Empath. She says her IQ is 134. And she is an empath, psychic medium, $5.47 a minute. She has 4.8 stars out of over 400 reviews. Let's see what Miss Monique has to say about my love and relationships. I'm gonna start the chat. Oh, you have to add your payment method. You have to add either PayPal or credit or debit card. So, alright, so I have $50 on my account. It says I can chat with Monique for 9 minutes. I'm curious to see how long it will take for me to chat with her because I'm sure she might be in the bathroom or something, or she could be taking a shower. So I'm sure it won't be an instantaneous thing, but that's okay. That's the nice thing about this app is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. So I requested my chat with Monique at 3:53 p.m. I pressed the start chat now button, but nothing is happening. I don't know why, but I feel really nervous. And it's been 3 minutes since I pressed the start chat now and still nothing from Monique. I'll give her a few more minutes and then I will see if I can talk to someone else. Although I noticed when I clicked on her profile, her ratings went up from 4.8 to 5, so I'm guessing she's very busy, which is probably why she's not. Holy crap. There's someone on here who charges $33 a minute. That's insane. $50 a minute. Damn, girl. Okay, I'm trying someone else called Serenity Stone. She's a renowned medium for $2.99 a minute. Alright, so her specialties are commitment phobe, which is me, money, prosperity, love and relationships. Alright, let's try. Oh no, it says advisor is away. Sad. Oh, I really wanted to try her. Alright, so I found this advisor called Love Readings by Deb. She says, let me amaze you. Sale today, $3.99 for a minute. I can tell you your future and how to reach your relationship and career goals, which are two things I wanted to address. So let's see what Deb has to say. So I have some questions already pulled up that I want to ask her. I want to copy and paste because I feel like one thing that people do with psychic readings online is they keep you talking for as long as they can because that's how they get paid. So let's see. I copied and pasted my first question. What can you tell me about my relationship with my partner? Let's see how long it takes to get Deb to answer us. Alright, so I have tried 3 or 4 different people with the chat option and have had 0 success. I'm sitting here waiting for someone called Gina Marie. We're not chatting yet. So I'm guessing this is their way of wanting you to call them instead of chat. Okay, so I've been through like 5 or 7 advisors now and none of them have answered my chat. Getting a little frustrated, so I'm gonna try calling one of them and see if that helps. But like, I'm trying to look through and see ones that aren't busy or away, and I don't see away or busy on any of these. Like the chat and call are both green. I don't understand if I'm doing something wrong.
Hello, this is Keen. You requested to call with the Psychic One. To start your call, press 1. To decline, press 3.
See if this works.
Contact your advisor now.
Let's see what she has to say. I've got the timer going on my phone.
Connecting you now. Please introduce yourself.
I'd like to know what you could tell me about my relationship with my partner right now. Alright, so just finished my first call with the Psychic One, and she is a clairvoyant, telepathic, quick, and dates in detail. That's what the first thing on her profile says. But she kind of did give me more general, generic answers. The first thing she asked me was what my name was, introduce yourself, and then I asked her what she could tell me about my relationship with my partner. And she asked me my partner's name, so I told her my boyfriend's name. Let's see, I wrote down what she said. She said for 2020 she's foreseeing greater stability for us and that will come about in late February or March. I'll be more confident and not have to question things anymore, which is interesting because I do have commitment issues. I'm always questioning, am I doing the right thing? So that was interesting that she hit on that. And then in terms of my career path, I asked her if I was following the right career path. And she said to keep pursuing what I'm doing, that she saw that I was in the health or medical field, which I found interesting because I'm not. And then she said, but wait, I'm also getting like 180 degrees here, that you are in like graphic design or fashion design. And as you guys know, if you've watched my channel, I've been a graphic designer for, I want to say, 7 or 8 years, so I found that interesting that she hit on that. And one thing to note is that I don't have a profile picture on my Keen profile. I don't have a name, nothing. My username is like 12345. I just had the original username that they gave me when I opened my account, so very generic, nothing to really pull from details in terms of that. And then I asked her about my financial decisions. Am I making the right financial decisions? And she said by May that I would know what I'm doing is right or not. She said there's a lot going on that's positive for me and that I'm making good progress. So very general answers, but it was interesting that she hit on the graphic design, so I was like, oh, okay, so that was kind of cool. So I'm gonna see if I can call one more. So I had 50 when I started. I now have $24.87 left. But it was interesting. She was kind of hesitant. She wasn't trying to keep me talking, which I appreciated. She was just like, is there anything I can help you with? And then when I told her, all right, that's it, that's all the questions I have, she's like, all right, have a good day, and ended the call. So that was nice. I appreciated that. I figured she would try to keep me talking, but she didn't. All right, so I'm gonna try calling Claire Harmony next.
To start your call, press 1.
Alright.
To decline, contacting your advisor now. This may take a couple of minutes.
I was just wondering what you could tell me about my relationship with my partner. Alright, so talked to Claire Harmony, the intuitive empath, and I really liked what she had to say. She was a lot better than the first advisor that I spoke with. Specializes in love and relationships, commitment phobe, destiny, life path, past lives, spirit guides, and she is an empath. She's clairvoyant, clairsentient, medium, and tarot. And she was pretty much spot on about my relationship, which was like, whoa. So that was really cool. Relationships are always super important to me. So of course I wanted to know about my relationship with my boyfriend Jesse. So I introduced myself. She asked me what my partner's name was because I was very general. I was like, so what can you tell me about my relationship with my partner? Same question I asked the last one. And she was like, well, what's your partner's name? And I told her Jesse. So she said we have a good connection, a lot of love, and that he loves me very easily, that it's very easy for him to love me, and that we're a really good match, and that he has a lot of good intentions and feelings towards me, which I think are true. One thing that was interesting, and I'll have to ask him about this, is that she was saying that he views our relationship as a blessing to him, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. That like I give him security and that I am like a blessing to him in his life, I guess. And she said that he has more to give and that he'll give more as he gets more comfortable as time goes on. And I've seen that happen in our relationship already in like the last year. Like he's grown a lot, I've grown a lot, and he has become more himself as he's gotten more comfortable. And the same can be said for me. So I found that really interesting that she hit on that, which is true. And she was saying that he's very focused on his career for some reason, that it has been stressing him out and he spends a lot of energy and time on that. And that he is cute. She's like, he's emotionally loyal. He's not gonna go like running around with other women behind your back. I'm like, oh, that's good. But another thing that was interesting is that she said the both of us need to take a leap of faith and that we need to put trust into our relationship and each other, and that we are going towards more of a companionship, which I found interesting because literally last night he and I were just talking about like marriage and how we feel about it and all of that. So I was like, oh shit. So Claire was spot on about that, which I thought was pretty cool. So I was like, all right. I was very skeptical, and like especially since I wasn't getting chats with any of the advisors I was picking, I guess calling is better. So I'm glad I called Claire, and it was weird. I got like a sense of just goodness from her. I don't know how else to describe it. When I was talking on the phone to the first advisor, she's okay. I got the sense that she wasn't authentic. Like I didn't get a good vibe from her. But with Claire, I really liked what she had to say, and for some reason like I could get a sense of like she's a good person, Claire herself, and what she had to say had more meaning. So I don't know, I really enjoyed talking to her, and I would absolutely talk to her again, and I would talk to her about different topics as well. So that was a really good experience. I'm glad I called her. And it was interesting, the difference between the two calls is that the first one, I gave them the same amount of information, and I told her my name and my partner's name, and that's it. And from that, I got two totally different responses, and it was really interesting to see the difference between the two. But it was good experience. I was surprised. I was expecting, because I was like sitting here being all like, ugh, this is not going well. I'm not even gonna get to chat with anybody at this point because they're taking literally forever to respond. But I'm really glad that I decided to talk to her, and it was really cool. So thank you to Keen for this opportunity. I'm really glad that I got to talk to Claire and get her insight on my relationship. So one thing with Keen, I would definitely recommend calling instead of chatting, because the chatting, I got nowhere with that. So just call, it's a lot faster, a lot easier. And I was surprised also by how quickly they connected me. I figured I'd be waiting for like 5-10 minutes. It was almost instantaneous. So, if you guys would like to try Keen, I do have my link down in the description box, which will give you 5 minutes for $5. Because when I first heard the deal, like $5 for 5 minutes, I was like, $1 a minute, that seems expensive. But now that I've seen like how much the Keen advisors charge, that's actually a really good deal. So, take advantage of that if you would like to try Keen for yourself and see what people like Claire can tell you about your future, your relationships, your money issues, whatever it may be. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you have a happy, happy New Year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.